Yeah, I'm tough with my kids when it comes to trying to discipline them, but more so in trying to communicate it to them. Way back, there's corporal punishment.
Right, right, right.
We if you see that stick and then that belt, you really have to hide somewhere else in the room.
You had that?
Well, I suppose my age of youth of my age also went through all that. And nowadays, you can't do that. You have to.
Because there's the law.
Yeah, it's not even with the law, but there's a different culture already, and the different sense in the young people now, because they get to communicate, they get to talk easily.
So how do you discipline your children now in this particular age?
I deprive them, I deprive them of television.
Really?
I deprive them of playing with their gadgets, their PSP or their Game Boy, something like that. These things, and then I reward them. I think it's more on the reward side. I tell them, if you do good, I'll treat you out on the weekend, or I'll bring you to your favorite restaurant, or I'll buy you your favorite food.
Ano ang pinakamalaking reward na naibigay so far?
Buying them gadgets. My God.
Yeah.
And making sure that they get their gadgets.
And making sure that they have the latest software.
Yes.
Now that part is tough.
Yeah, it is. You really have to save, Like recently, my daughter was telling me, my youngest, she's 7 years old, and she said, Dad, if I get all E's excellent in all my subjects at the end of the school year, be sure you give me an iPhone 4.
Right. That's okay. Now I understand. You're telling them not to do really good in academics. Because when they do, and then they get the reward, so you discourage them to perform.
Not really. I wanted, I just don't want to add on the pressure.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that they will enjoy schooling also. Because when I was their age, my dad oftentimes tell me, I was a valedictorian, etc., etc. So he said, make sure when you graduate, you also have an honor and all that. And it adds up to the pressure.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, instead of me, having fun and enjoying all these things, I still compete with myself. I want to make sure I'll be higher than where I am.
Exactly.
To sustain, that kind of level.
So something is synthetic in there.
Yeah. But now, even if they're getting E's, excellent grades, I tell them go enjoy, and make sure you learn.
Go! I can make some loans, just to buy you a new iPhone. iPhone 5 is coming.
Yeah, good thing I got in touch with you again.
Okay, and let's talk about this involvement in JCI.
Yes.
How did you come up with this? Is a huge, prestigious organization. I hope I am part of.
You can still be.
And then they're telling me that this is an organization for the young.
Yeah, Junior Chamber.
They don't get old.
No. Junior Chamber International, formerly known as JCs in society, is one of the organizations, civic organizations that we have, like Rotary or Kiwanis. The difference only is, in GCI, we're now tagged as young active citizens in the community.
Yeah, young.
As young active citizens, because we are within the age of 18 to 40 years old. At 40, you graduate.
Okay, but you're still young at 40.
I'm still there. I'm still there, hanging on the cliff. Anyway, we're in that age group bracket, or in that age group, 18 to 40 years old. It involves community involvement, community support. It involves personality development, enhancement, and leadership support. And it involves also for the young people to be prepared to be the future stakeholders of society.
Right.
So the sense is more on, it may be a fellowship organization with a serious side in ensuring that come the time that we will take hold of leadership in politics, in government, or in the business sector, or in the private sector, we are ready. We won't be asking for a honeymoon period just to learn the ropes, and understand what it is. You may have learned something in school, but in real life, as they call it, the jungle of survival.
Right.
GCI will try to, prepare you for that.
You have dealt with people of so many cultures. I mean, it's a worldwide organization.
Yes.
What makes Filipinos different from the rest?
Well, our sense of responsibility and our values about others. If you go to a conference for example, in Europe, they're so detached, in the sense that they're not too personal about how to make you comfortable, you know, with your stay and with your relationship with me.
Do whatever
that you
you
are the
want.
guest. Yes. If you come in there, they'll pick you up at the airport, right? But they will make you pay the gas that they use from the airport, bring you to the venue site.
Seriously?
In the Philippines, we won't do that. You know, if I use my card to pick you up at the airport, you know,
it's on me.
it's my honor even, you know, picking you up because
It's my
you
honor
know,
paying for the gas.
yeah, things like that.
Even though you're crying.
That's the difference. That's why
at the back.
just previously last May we had this Asia Pacific conference here in the Philippines, and about 5,000 members all over Asia Pacific attended, coming from Japan, Korea, as far as Mongolia, Australia, New Zealand, and in Vietnam, Cambodia,
Malaysia,
Indonesia. Yeah. So it's one good gathering of people, you know, coming in and enjoying. We even got delegates from Americas and Europe who wanted to see how this brand of Asian hosting is.
What was a great discovery that you discovered in yourself when you lead this organization?
One, I joined GCI way back 1995, and I never realized I would be its national president in 2005. After becoming national president in 2005, I thought that's the end of it, and then I was able to move up the ladder. In 2008, I was elected in a World Congress in Turkey to be a vice president, and I was assigned to Asia and the Pacific. I was assigned to countries like Australia, New Zealand, Indonesia, Taiwan.
How do you win?
You campaign.
Was there a push on your part, or
Yes,
you're
yes,
just
yes,
getting?
yes. You know, you get to feel, you know, national organizations, you know, propping you up and telling you, and some advisors, past presidents telling you, why don't you run? You know, we need your expertise.
Why would they do that?
Ask them. Maybe they have no choice. I don't know. It's more so because they're trying to see who have the potentials maybe to lead, you know.
Right.
That was in 2008, and then fast forward here, I'm now executive vice president. I'm a heartbeat away from the word presidency, but you know, I said I'm okay already. I've done my share of contribution to the organization.
So given the opportunity, you're going to say yes or no?
To
be the president of this
no
worldwide
more.
organization?
I've done my part. I've done my share. We have other great leaders, and there's this guy who's from Netherlands who's coming in as world president next year.
Let's talk about the government organization. Is there a difference between leading a private enterprise, government, and non-government organization?
Yeah, a lot actually. You know, when you're in the private sector, like where 1/4 of my life is, you know.
Okay, 1/4.
1/4.
Let's take note of that.
1/4 of my life
is in private
sector.
Private sector. Okay.
You know, it's easy to implement policies and some
directions,
some
ideas,
activities. You know, it's easier because you own the business, and because it's privately run. You know, you don't have anything to deal with, other than making sure that you don't violate the laws of the private business. Okay.
And the laws of the wife.
That's another thing.
Okay.
When you are in the non-government sector,
NGO, how many percent is that?
That's the other 1/4 of my life.
Okay,
the NGO.
When
you are in the NGO, you know, you deal more in trying to contribute to society. Okay, in the sense that you add towards positive change in what you're doing. As my kids are asking me why I joined GCI or Junior Chamber International, I tell them the reason which is I try to make a difference outside of what I'm doing to make sure that you'll have a bright future ahead.